think everybody says, oh, no, Callie, you said no on that.
I love that too.
Why is that?
Can you tell me the question again? I will. Yeah, I get it. But can you tell me the transgender thing? That
I kind of don't want to. I kind of don't want to.
Let me read.
Okay. Do transgender individuals have a duty to disclose? So does a transgender person, should they tell the other person that they're transgender? You think no?
Well, like, I tried to think about if the transgender is my friend, like, but sometimes the transgender so beautiful, like lady boy, not lady boy, but I'm like, they are more beautiful than, seriously, they are 10-10, I can tell.
Yes.
But just to have a dick, just that's it. So I'm just, well, that's up to the partner. Even the transgender didn't mention about it, but later after the conversation in person, then if the partner tripping about it, that's not work. But if he possible to understand that, so I think I don't have to. Yeah, you don't have to say that just before me.
You're like,
oh, me so horny. Me love you long time.
what the?
Bro, Damien, why did you play that?
I'm sorry.
Excuse me.
Damien,
Brian, I'm sorry.
how could you?
Oh my god.
Oh, wait, really quick.
Dark Omen 42 donated $200. If you have kids in your 20s, your body snaps back much quicker and better, but feminism convinced you all you had to wait till your 30s and you recover more slowly and not as well overall.
That's true.
Oh.
Just gotta start pumping out kids right away. All right, Dark Omen, thank you for the Streamlabs message, man. Really appreciate it. Okay, I think I understand your position.
Mm-hmm.
I have a question.
Sure.
To you. Do you think that kind of takes away the choice that people should have when choosing their partner? Like, I have a preference, a sexuality preference to be straight. Mm-hmm. So do you feel like you're robbing me of that?
Well, that gets into our next question, which is it straight for a man to date a transgender woman? To which you wrote yes, and then Ivy, you also said yes. So
We agree.
Oh, well.
do you want to answer Mary's question, though?
Oh, first of all, I'm straight. I love it. I love men. First of all, just I try. I love to, I love dick. You know what I'm saying? But I'm saying it's just try to little represent them. I'm not a transgender, but I'm like, I try to understand them, their life. So
Of course.
yeah, just that's it. Like,
Do you like girls at all, or just men? Just.
hell man.
Okay. Okay. So you're at a bar. You go out to a bar. You're talking to a guy. You find a super pretty boy, totally your type. You guys are hitting it off really well. You go back to your room.
Yeah.
Pants come off. He, I don't know, has
No
a
dick?
vagina.
Oh yeah.
How would you feel?
Well, absolutely. Before taking to my room, I got attractive from him, right? From her, whatever, from the partner. So that's why I took her to my place. But after that, I'm straight, but I'm gonna talk to her like, baby. I don't know whoever, but baby, I'm a fucking straight, but since I took her to my place, I'm gonna enjoy. Just the fuck is just the fuck. I don't know. Maybe I'm open. I'm not sure. No, of course I'm gonna feel it like how she's I know, like.
Oh, I think
know-
I know.
Yes.
I think I know where you're coming from.
Yeah.
I think I
know where you're coming
understand.
from. I think I
Yeah.
understand. Yeah,
I didn't know.
it's like you're there's like a type for it. Like you're like a type of in like the rainbow where like you like someone for the
The
personality.
autism spectrum.
I mean,
No, the LGBTQ plus community. There's a things like you.
I think it's called
Demisexual, pansexual.
Yes, that's the one.
Stop
Yeah.
it. Get some help.
Wait, so hold on.
Pansexual.
But Ivy, you said it's straight for a man to date a trans woman.
Yes.
Okay. You think that's straight?
Yes. Yeah. I said so. Yeah.
Why is that?
Because I think that like now that trans woman like that person, that woman now identifies as a woman and she like got the surgery and so she has the female parts and so I think that that's like straight. If the guy like likes that woman, then he likes her
What if
for.
they still have a penis?
Oh no, but you said trans woman, so I'm
Yep,
assuming
trans women can
No,
have
I think that
penises.
transgender people, like I think that they fully, in my head, I think that they fully went through with the surgery.
So you don't think if they don't have the surgery that they're not trans or they're not women?
Yeah, I don't
Like what if
think
they
so.
dress up like a woman, like the lady boys? Like they still have penis.
True, those lady boys.
Are they women
Are they women?
or are they still men?
Ooh, they're actually like physically strong like men though.
And
So I
so
think
are
there's
the ones that have had the gender reassignment surgery. They're biologically men. They have the chromosomes of a male.
but then
They
got
can't
this-
reproduce. They can't have children.
well,
Some
so-
women can't reproduce and have children
Wait,
That's
do you,
fine, but they're
Ivy, do you think that transgender women are they female?
Transgender women, are they female? Yes.
But do you understand the differentiation I'm making here between woman and female, right? So woman would be gender, female would be sex.
Oh.
So do you think they've changed their sex?
What were you
have they-
teaching these seventh graders? Like, what did you
I don't
teach?
touch on this
rainbow
subject.
shit.
Actually, they would go into a separate class to learn about this.
Wait, how old were they?
I taught fifth graders. and
Fifth grader?
seventh
Wait,
graders.
fifth graders were learning trans stuff.
Yeah, there's like a community. Like it's actually required in all
Yikes.
like California schools. You have to have the LGBTQ flag in the back of your classroom.
What? No fucking way.
L.
Wait,
Not
what?
really?
What's wrong with that?
No, wait, hold on.
What's wrong with that?
Wait,
I thought that
don't worry
was
about that.
cute.
But is it true?
I mean, that's why they made us put it up in our rooms.
Wait, hold on. Do you question? Was there written communication about this?
What do you mean?
Like a memo? Did a memo go out? An email?
No. They just gave us a flag and was like, "Oh, it's
Who's
used-
they? Who's they?
The administrators."
LAUSD?
No, I taught in the Bay Area.
Was it a public school?
Yeah, no, it's a charter school, so public private school.
So did the parents understand that this was occurring?
Yeah, of course.
And they signed written consent in that I consent to my child being taught
these
trans.
parents want their kids to go to that school. They can't get in unless they apply.
But
Wait,
did-
but hold on. You said a private school
A
or
public charter school.
so it's public school?
It's publicly funded but privately run.
like a
wait,
tech school kind of.
publicly funded, but what is that?
So they
Maybe
have
that's a thing, but I don't.
I taught there. It's a thing. It's
But what
like-
does it mean, privately
So
run?
it's privately run, so it's like they're not connected to SFUSD. They have different rules. So if FSUSD do not want to have the flags, then they have a separate rule. The school that I worked at was a private charter school, so they have their own laws.
I thought it was a public charter
It's a
school.
public charter school. So it's publicly funded, so they use taxpayers' money, and they also take funds from like other companies and stuff. So they can, it's like very weird.
Interesting,
And then they
okay.
can like, so teachers usually like they have a contract. So if you're at a public school, it's really hard to fire a teacher no matter what they did. But if you're at a charter school, it's like you're at will. You're like a tech employee. It's like
Sure.
the minute they don't like you, they're like, we're going to fire
But
you.
so they said you had to put up a gay pride flag.
It's not like they said it. They just gave it to us and then they just put it up for us.
Did she not just say that they like had to put up the flags and all that?
Yeah, oh yeah, we have to put up the flags.
And
like
they went to a separate room to learn
They-
about like trans.
Yeah, they
no,
go to a
the
separate
kids,
room.
some kids opted in to like during their lunch time, which is like their own time, then they can take this class
Oh.
and it's 30 minutes every Wednesday and then they just go and they
learn
give them a pass.
About what?
And then it's like a space for them to talk about stuff. I wasn't a part of it, so I don't know. Yeah.
But
And
you,
the parents
you
know?
brought that up in the context of the conversation about trans stuff.
Oh, I brought it up because I think someone asked me about 7th graders. Yeah.
He asked you what you taught the seventh.
Wait, but
And I
don't-
said that I didn't teach any of this stuff to 7th grade because I don't like touching on this. Yeah, because I actually was really bad. I got like their pronouns mixed up sometimes, and so I was like not someone that they would listen about. Like, you know, sometimes these students, like, they change their names like every other month. They're
What
like,
the fuck?
yeah, one minute they're like Christian, the next is like I'm Milo.
Okay, I'm gonna interrupt you. That really catches me by surprise because in the classes that I'm in right now, to be a teacher in Texas, nowhere whatsoever. If anything, the contrary.
I mean, you said
It's
Texas, right? I taught in California.
Texas.
I know that. I know that. I'm just saying it
Texas
catches
is
me
like a
by
red
surprise.
Yeah, she was teaching in SF, which is
SF is the most liberal.
Yeah.
San Francisco's like totally ideologically captured. So, damn, that's okay. Anyways, we can't linger too long on that. But I guess really quick on the whole straight thing. So, can people change their sex?
No.
Yes.
How?
I think you just said it. They get surgery.
Yeah. Okay. I'm just gonna go ahead and say, yeah, you can change your gender, but I don't think you can change your sex.
I mean, you can change your gender
And by
anytime
think,
you
I mean
want.
I know.
Like right now, I can say I'm a boy, I'm a he. But then, sex-wise, it's a part of your body. So then you're actually physically changing a part of your body, and so you change your sex.
That part is dictated by genetics. You cannot.
It's a part of your
You can
biology.
get plastic-
your
you can-
biology.
How it is. You can't change your chromosomes. You can't change that. You can chop off whatever you want. I can chop off one arm and I can become a one-armed person. Doesn't mean I was born a one-armed person. You know what I mean?
I can go tomorrow and go get a bunch of plastic surgery and morph myself into a different person, but it's not who I am and it's not what I look like. Just like you can't be a man and go get some surgery and then the next day you wake up and you're a woman. It's
But
just
they
not
also
the way
do
it
like
works.
hormone therapy as well.
It doesn't matter. You're still a man. You still have the wrong chromosomes. You still can't reproduce. You're still a man.
But there's some women that can't reproduce, some men that can't reproduce
That's
either.
not pertinent.
That's
They
a
were born
fault.
against
It's not what they
with
were
their
born
biology.
with. It's not what it, like.
Yeah.
I'm confused.
if
Well, how
some
about this? Like, oh, go ahead.
if a man put a bag over his head and you threw him into a room and another guy penetrated him and they just you just called John Jill, but it's really a guy and it's friction based, is that guy straight?
Is that guy straight?
Screwed another man. Is that guy straight?
Is that but then does he know that's a man?
No, I can do. I think I'll do this really simply. Okay.
Yeah.
So I'm dating a trans. Well, hold on.
Wait,
I don't want to say it in the way it will get fucking clipped. A man, a cis. I hate this term. Cis man is dating a trans woman. They proceed to. He has anal sex with her. Is that straight?
Yeah, that's still straight. I mean, you have anal sex with a woman. What the
Yeah,
heck?
but that would be straight to have sex
What
with
if you
an actual
suck your
woman.
girlfriend's dick? Is that straight?
What if he what?
Well,
Suck
so
your girlfriend's dick? Is that straight?
but
I mean,
Andrew,
I'm
her
saying
her
that they
position
cut it off.
that we have to contend with is that she only acknowledges that it's a transgender woman if they've had the post-operative, like they're post-op. So there
Yeah,
would
but
not
the
be a
argument-
penis.
So, but she keeps saying, but wait, these are non-reproductive, right? And you say, well, wait a second, there's some women who can't reproduce. That's fair. What makes those women women?
I don't know. Like they were
You
born.
don't know what
that-
makes women who can't reproduce still women?
Wait, you said they were born women?
Their
That's what
chromosomes.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, they were born female. They were
Yeah,
born-
so when you say there's some women who can't reproduce, you're just affirming her position that they're still women, even though they can't reproduce, right?
yeah,
What
like
makes
they
them
were
women?
born.
So-
yeah.
So what makes them women?
I guess like they're.
If a man can't reproduce, is he still a man?
Yeah, he's still a man.
Okay.
Yeah, right. So then what makes them a woman? If it's not about reproduction, there must be
I
something
think it's also
that makes them a
about
woman.
your experience, right? Like if you identify as a woman, then you get all the experiences that a woman would get. Same if you're a transgender woman, then you're.
Can I identify as being black?
I mean, you can't because you aren't black.
You don't get all the
Yeah, but
same.
what if I
You
had
don't get all the
experience-
same.
Hang on. What if I had all the experiences of a black man? Could I then identify as being black?
Do you have like that skin color?
Well, wait. Why would I need the skin color? I thought it was about experience.
Yeah, but you're saying that why would you get those same experiences if you didn't have the same skin color?
How are you going to get the same experience when you look like a dude with a wig on? How are you going to get the same experience as a woman?
I mean, a dude with a wig on doesn't have but depending on their race, they're gonna have the same experience as opposed to like different races and ethnicities.
Yeah, but why do you think that, like, okay, so what you're saying then, by this logic, is that really, really, really ugly women, right, can't be women because they don't have the experience of women.
Wait, what do you mean? They have an experience of being I never said anything about
An
looks.
experience that I think, like, something that women literally bond over and every woman goes through, an experience that a trans woman would never in their life experience, surgery or not. They would never have a monthly cycle ever. So all of these experiences, I'm confused what you're referring to, because that's a pertinent experience to being a woman.
I think like there's some questions on there about like how, you know, do women have equal rights to men? Like, are they treated equally? Or like about gender pay gap. So I'm thinking about those type of experiences as opposed to like genetic experiences.
Bear with me.
Yeah.
Let's say a woman is really ugly and just looks like a man. So everybody treats her like a man. Okay, that's what she experiences. Hang on, that's what she experiences. Is she still a woman?
I mean, but then even though she's treated like...
Hang on, can you answer my question?
I thought
She's still a woman.
I think you're asking me a question. I'm trying to answer it. Yes, I'm answering right now.
I feel like you're going to answer a question I didn't ask you, but go ahead.
No. Okay, I'm going to say the answer. If it's not, then say it's not. Okay. But I think that you're saying that, I'm going to reiterate. So this woman looks like a man, and so she's treated like a man, right?
Right.
And is that what she wants? Some women want to be more masculine, and then she wants to be a woman. So okay. So in that case, even though she looks like a man, but she is a woman, but then that means like biologically she's a woman, so she'll have these monthly cycles, so she have a similar experience.
So what makes
as
her a woman is her biology?
I mean, in that instance, yes.
I'm super confused, so help me out here.
Yeah, it's not like super black and white.
It can't just be about it can't just be about the experience. Because if it's just about the experience, then if you experienced only being treated like a man, you would be categorized as a man by your logic. But if you say, wait a second, no, they're still a woman because you default to biology, then the default is the biology, right?
No, I'm saying that her experience is going through monthly cycles of having a period. So that's why I would say... Yeah, and I think that because she's had that experience...
So then what makes them a woman is their biology?
No, again, I didn't say that either. I'm just saying that it's like all these combined experiences of how people interact with you and how, I guess, like your body works. Then I think those combined, you know, create the experiences of women in general, I guess. Yeah.
Do you not think that's like supporting delusional people? We should just give them what they want? Because they feel like it?
Wait, what do you mean?
Because it's operating out of reality. Like the mindset is not aligned with.
Should we support delusional people? Okay, so I think if someone were like, I was born as a male in this lifetime, but I believe I was meant to be female, then I don't think that's delusional. It's like they really believe this. And there's like movies about it too, right? Where like some people go crazy, they want to die because they want to become a woman, right? And it has that really famous actor in it. I forgot what it was.
What if I want to be a cat?
Because I feel like you may know this. There is actually, I think, a study where they took the brain scans of transgender women and males, and like basically like the parts of the brain lit up of the people who like wanted to be the opposite gender in the way that they wanted it, of the gender they wanted it to be. Do you know anything about that?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, a lot of them were gay men. So here's the question, right? It's like, if you had done that same study with the same sample, right, and they weren't gay men, would you get the same result? And we don't know, right? Because many of these studies are biased. And then the second is brain scan technology really doesn't tell us very much because the sample sizes are so small, right? You're talking about different areas which are affected in the brain, especially. They're talking about things like gray matter or various chemicals, this type of thing. What you would need is a sample size large enough where, I scanned your brain, you feel like a man, and your brain supports that. We just don't have that kind of evidence.
Well, there's just not enough studies. There's not enough data. But the reason why I brought that up...
There's not ever going to be enough data.
There's not enough data because when you donate to shit like that, they don't use the money for unbiased, scientific, relevant data.
What makes that unbiased, though? Or
they follow a scientific method.
Well, because they're all funded, many of them are funded by LGBTQ groups.
But don't you feel like
biased?
Don't you feel like having data though in areas that we don't have enough information is no matter what is important and like vital for just our social experience?
Could be, but there's publishing bias which happens, and there's other biases which go into a lot of the ways that these studies are conducted. So in other words, you don't want to do science by trying to affirm a worldview, and so then adjusting for the affirmation of the worldview. Supposed to run an experiment, the results are what the results are, and that's it. But that's not the way that many times in sociology these things are conducted. And what you're talking about is a mixture of sociology and then a little bit of neuroscience when it comes to the scanning. So the results are, so let's just put it this way. I'll be the most charitable I can be. Those results for all brain scan studies right now are inconclusive. And since they're inconclusive, they're not really showing us anything. We're not going to bank on them because they're not science, right? It's not, we can't get something conclusive out of them yet.
Well, there's just not enough data. But again, if there were more studies, then we can conclude, something that's factual. But right now, it's all like, it's
Yeah,
he say,
but
she
since
say.
there aren't and we can't conclude, then we're not going to defer to it, right? Like that would be like me saying, well, what if we had a bunch of studies that affirmed my biased worldview?
Yeah, well, that's just your
then
perspective.
I guess we'd have to believe your biased worldview.
That's just your
then,
perspective
right?
based off of your situations. Yeah.
Yeah.
I just brought that up only.
That would be no good, right?
Yeah, I only brought that up because I wouldn't agree that that people are delusional if they truly feel something and they're to the degree of like wanting to harm themselves. And there has to be something that happened during development where it's like like it's literally inside of them in their chemicals to where like this is something that they truly need.
You're trying to intellectualize something that is not based in reality.
Well, only because
Yeah,
there's
but
studies
couldn't
on
you-
it.
wait,
Because there's
wait,
studies,
hang
even though
on.
they're inconclusive, there's still some
I
data out there.
understand what you're saying. What you're saying makes sense. And if you don't mind, I'll reiterate the position. You can tell me if I get this wrong, but I think your position is just this: that clearly this isn't delusion. These people obviously are feeling this in a very big way, or they wouldn't be so adamantly pursuing it, right? So this probably is not delusional, right?
Yeah, and I do feel like some people do take advantage of, those who deal with this, and that definitely, creates situations where people feel like, oh yeah, they are delusional because they take a situation and define an entire group. But I don't think it's like fair to like do that.
You can feel however you want to feel, but don't make it my
so-
problem. Don't let it negatively
hang on.
impact my choices.
Wait a second. So schizophrenics are not delusional, right?
Yeah, they're not.
I don't know the answer to that question.
What?
Wait.
A schizophrenic, by your logic, would not be delusional. I mean, they really, really feel that way. They really, really hear the voices. They really, really want to do what the voices say. So therefore, they're not delusional.
I don't know the case studies on schizophrenia, so I wouldn't be able
I
to
do
answer.
medical assessments, and delusions are actually one of the symptoms that we use as a marker to dictate and help us assess the scale of a medical emergency or the probability of one. And a schizophrenic episode is actually one of the markers, like scientifically in medicine, is delusions. So, I mean, just so you know, like that is an aspect of.
The way that we would measure if something was delusional or not would be the only way I could think of is if we were looking towards behavior which was abnormal. Otherwise, how would you know it was delusional or not? Like if somebody came over to you and said that gremlins were visiting them at night and stealing their socks, my assumption is you would think that this was such abnormal belief or abnormal behavior that they were suffering from some kind of delusion, right? Mm-hmm. So why wouldn't we map that on also to other groups like this? And well, we do, and that's why we have things like gender dysmorphia and other kind of clinical psychoses for this, is because we're trying to describe this delusional behavior, right? So I mean, there's a reason that it's actually categorized as a mental illness, gender dysphoria.
I think that.
Graffito tagged donated $200.
Yo, Graffito, thank you. Sorry for the delay,
do you
man.
really
Sorry.
think a surgically created Vajay is identical to a real one? Come on. If a man lays pipe and goes to town on that thing, it's tearing apart into a bloody, disgusting mess.
Like,
What the heck? That's so graphic.
Yes, just very brief. Oh, sorry.
Okay. Do I have to answer that? Do you really think?
sure, why not?
Oh, I mean, because I have a lot of friends that are transgender, and then I think so. Yeah, like I've seen them, and I'm like,
You've
oh,
seen
okay.
the pussy?
No, I'm like, yeah, I mean, not like seen it like in my front of my face.
You've seen the vagina.
Yeah, it's like we change in front of each other, and like, yeah, I have a lot
But
of.
have they been like spread?
No, I don't even
And
see my
you're just-
real female, like not real, but like
there-
my other.
Oops.
Freudian slip.
Oops. You said real. But So just real quick, back to this chair one. I just have one more question for you. If you had a person who walked around all day on all fours and barked like a dog and ate out of a dish, but refused to act any other way than that, would you say that that was delusional?
Is that for who?
You say chair
one.
you say chair one?
Yeah, chair one. You, yeah.
Well, so I know why you're asking that question, and it's like there's also gender identity that plays, it's a big role when it comes to just
this person identifies as a dog.
But their gender identity or their sex, like
what do you mean? Just their identity?
For now, a dog.
I don't know. I wouldn't compare a person to someone barking like a dog.
But they feel like they are. They want to be a dog.
If they feel like that,
and that's the way they're living their life.
That's all that they want to be, and they're on all fours all day, and they bark like a dog. They act like a dog. They eat out of a dog dish. Would you say that that's delusional?
Well, yeah, because they're acting like a dog, but it's not like it's not the opposite sex. They're not trying to act like the opposite sex and identify with a gender.
What makes that delusional, though? What makes that actually delusional?
Because it's not a male or a female. It's not a human.
What about people that want to identify as
right? It's what makes it delusional is it's not the thing, right?
What about people that say that they don't have a gender and they're a they or an it? What do you think of that? Is that delusional?
What do I think of it?
Yeah.
I don't. That's the reason why I wasn't really in the beginning of the conversation, because I don't know how it feels to be in the position of needing to identify as it or they, and I'm not really one to isn't it delusional because it's not true? Like that's what makes it delusional, right? I don't have any opinion on it because I don't know how it feels. I feel like I do believe if they want to identify that way, I'm not one to judge. I know other people are going to, and cool, that's how you want.
Here's a less rare example. Then let me just try it this way. Are you aware that there are many people on this earth who believe they are vampires? Literally, they believe that they are vampires.
Cool, go off.
And they live a vampiric life. They live in coffins. Not kidding, right? They won't go out in the sunlight. They won't do any of those things because they believe that they're vampires. They even drink blood. Not kidding. They even drink blood. Are they delusional?
They're trying to be a fictional character or whatever, perhaps, but yeah.
Well, it's not fictional. They are vampires. They are drinking blood. They are acting as though a vampire would act 100%. They are doing all of the things that vampires do.
Milkshake.
What makes them fictional?
No, like vampires are unless vampires exist, and I'm just sounding dumb, but
no, I mean the type that you're talking, the Bram Stoker Dracula vampire, right? But these people are vampires. Blood. I mean, they must be because they act identical to them.
Well, yeah, they're acting as if they're not human. So yeah.
No, vampires are human.
Well then.
What? Where are we getting this information from?
What if tomorrow?
I'm confused.
Just for time management stuff, I have to move it on. Andrew, do you have a final thing on this, or good to move it?
Yeah, it's just a vampire is human. A vampire would meet all of the criteria that you would have for an identity. You believe that you are the thing. You act as though you are the thing. 100%. You are a human, right? Why are you not delusional? What would make that not delusional?
I come from a place where it's male and female. That's it. And I don't judge. And that's it.
Okay.
All right. Two things really quick. The previous thing from Graffito tagged, I want to come back to it briefly.